and gentlemen, and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we're filming today at East Lawrence Primary. We've got Dr. Rhonda Hightower with us, our interim superintendent. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Very good. And we've got the lovely Miss Betsy Glisson, who is our grant administrator. How are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you girls.
Good to see you.
Now, this is where we always talk about the wonderful things that are happening in the Lawrence County School District, and this day is like no other. We've got a special show here today, the E3 Teacher of the Month. Guys, first of all, no one knows what that is.
We got to tell them.
You've got to tell
We've
them
got
what
to
it
tell
is.
them.
Talk to us a little bit about how it came into fruition and what that means for that teacher and how we really want to celebrate him or her.
Okay. So we collectively, one afternoon, we were at a conference and we were talking about the wonderful, amazing teachers that we have in Lawrence County. And of course, we have our Teacher of the Year program that celebrates wonderful teachers from each school every year. But we wanted to do a little more. So we came up with an E3 award. And this award is going to be given out each month to a teacher that has been nominated by his or her administration. And the E3 stands for engage, which these teachers engage not only their students and parents, but also other teachers in the school to want to be better tomorrow than they are today. So the engage is the first E. The second E is empower. They empower their students to make goals and decisions and just be lifelong citizens. And the last one is
We
want to expand. I was going to say, I have to think, I have to stop and think, to expand what they're doing in the classrooms and in their communities. These teachers are just, they need to be recognized. We wanted to help with some culture and climate as well to help motivate some teachers. So we are very excited because we have our very first E3 teacher right here at East Lawrence Primary. She doesn't even know yet.
We're going to surprise her. And Dr. Hightower, you speak from your perspective on how important it is as an educator yourself to really empower the teachers to kind of motivate them to help keep them going.
Yes, because they give so tirelessly of themselves and so selflessly all the time. And that is what began our conversation of how can we honor what we see going on all year long. Drive out to a school during the summer and you're going to see teachers' cars there. They are often given of their own family time, their own finances. And so we want to honor these teachers. And this is just another layer of how we're going to honor and recognize and celebrate. And as E3 stands for, expand their influence so that we already know. We want everybody else to know that we have the best of the best teachers right here in Lawrence County School District, and we're about to prove it to you.
Right here. And tell us about the process of what goes into a teacher being nominated and then voted upon and then the winner for the month.
Right. Well, the last couple of months, we have been talking with our principals and our instructional coaches and school administrators about what this means. Now, we have a lot of great teachers, but we set a really, really, really high bar for this. And we said, this is the elite of the elite that we want you to nominate. But as the name E3 says, we want this teacher to be engaging, empowering, and worth expanding their influence. So in the nomination application, they have to explain, they have to narrate why this teacher is considered engaging, empowering, and why this teacher's influence needs to be expanded. So that's the nomination. Then there's a district committee that looks at all of the applications. The district committee has a very hard job of rating and scoring and seeing which teacher scores the absolute highest. So
it looks like you two have really been working on this.
Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you, to read the nominations, it makes you really so proud to be a part of a district that our teachers are, we, like Dr. Hightower said, we walk in and out of schools all the time and see wonderful things. But when you read these applications, which are above and beyond, and all the examples that they gave, it just makes you proud to be a part of such a wonderful, high expectation.
Right.
Just a
Our team is
community, just a
great.
community of learners.
And look what this does to the self-esteem, just the drive for the teachers, because I think a lot of times you hear and you read in education about the pay of the teachers, how they're not being paid enough and how teachers get burned out and get discouraged. You taught 30 years plus,
Yes.
and so you understand your daughter's teaching, you as well. You understand how it can be a long road sometimes, don't you?
And it can be a thankless job. Knowing again what they do day in and day out and how much of themselves that they actually give. It is a thankless job for them. So we want to take care of that some, and we want to thank them.
So this E3 award is to celebrate teachers, to celebrate educators and the great things that they do behind the scenes as well as in front.
Yes,
Right.
because there's still so much that we don't see in the application and our involvements in their schools that we don't see, but we know it's taking place.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
yeah.
Well, we're getting ready to go surprise one right now. Are you girls ready?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, so what do we have for her? What do
So we have a pin, and it's a special E3 pin that
Mhm.
every E3 teacher is going to receive. Also, and we've talked about the fact that this can grow into an E3 community where we value their voices because they are such high impact teachers in our district. So we're going to use we're definitely going to use their expertise in some
Yes.
decision making that we do. So I'm excited.
Yes. All right, so are we ready to go?
I think
I'm
we're ready
ready.
to go.
All right.
Let's go.
Are
have
you ready?
fun.
I'm ready.
Let's have fun.
Let's go.
You've got miles and miles of grass to mow. So you're going to need a machine built to perform. Day in and day out. Season after season. You're going to need a Gravely. Built to mow the distance.
Now at Myers Equipment and Supplies in Dublin.
It can be tough deciding what kind of vehicle you should buy.
But here at Dublin Ford Lincoln, we make it easy for anyone to find their perfect ride.
Perhaps your family is growing and you need some room for your next expedition. Or maybe you've heard about the all-new Explorer and you've just got to have one.
You may have a lot of work to do and need a tough truck to help get it done. Or maybe you're just always in a hurry and need to go faster. Others call you customers?
We call you friends.
That's Dublin Ford Lincoln.
Hello. How are you? Good. Hi. May I teach your class for just a few minutes? Sure. You know, it's been a few years since I have taught, and I would love to teach your class for a few minutes if that's okay. Yeah. Got your ears ready? Yes, ma'am. Our school district has a very special award where we celebrate great teachers. And what I heard was that you all have a great teacher. Is that true? Yeah. Oh, wow. I don't think I have to ask twice about that. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. The name of this award is E3, and what that means is that this teacher is very engaging, meaning she gets in there with you and participates with you, and she gets you doing good work. Is Miss Foskey engaging? Yeah. Okay. This award also means that this teacher is very empowering. I'm getting to teach vocabulary today. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. I'm loving this. Let me tell you what that means. Empowering means that Miss Foskey just doesn't do all the work for you. She has you set some goals. Does she have y'all set goals? Yeah. And do you celebrate them when you reach those goals? Yeah. So, is Miss Foskey empowering? Yes. All right, last one. What we want to do is expand her influence. And by that, I mean we want teachers all across our school district to see your teacher. Should we do that? Yeah. We should do that. Boys and girls, I'm excited to tell you this is the first teacher for the E3 award, and it goes to your teacher, Miss Marla Foskey! Congratulations!
Oh my God!
Well, you guys are great. I couldn't do it without y'all.
We gotta come around to you.
Well, y'all are gonna make me cry. Well, y'all, I could not do it without my students because now East Lawrence Primary has the best students of anywhere around. That's for sure, isn't it, guys?
Yeah!
Yes, and so I'm just very surprised.
Good. Job done. Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm in shock because there's so many other teachers I know that are deserving of this award. And so I'm just very glad that you picked me and you think that I do such a great job. But like I said, it all goes back to the students because, you know, all I do is I put it back there, or I put it out there for them, and they just suck it up. So,
Wow.
And that is why we want to expand her influence, because you see her response. She directed that attention right back
Right
to
on the
students,
kids.
right where it should be. So you are very deserving of this and being our very first E3 teacher, and we do want to expand your influence. So thank you for being engaging and empowering.
Wow.
And thank you to your school administrators for nominating you.
I know. And Miss Foskey, we have an E3 pin that you're getting the very first one.
Yes.
So
It's a special pinning.
It's a special pinning. So I'm going to give you this pin for your E3 award. And I'm going to cry too. So I know we're all going to cry, but I just want to thank you for A, your influence,
Yes.
and B, your dedication to not only these beautiful, shining, smiley faces in here, smarty pants, but also to the teachers, because like you said, there are so many deserving teachers, and that's why we did this. That's why we
exactly
came
why we
up with
did
this
this.
award, because we have some amazing teachers, and I cannot think of one that to start this off with more deserving than you. So thank you for what you do every day, and we just love you. We want you to keep doing what you're doing.
well, I love it. That's for sure.
Well, it was a very difficult decision because I have an amazing staff here, but I cannot think of anybody more deserving than your teacher. She is wonderful. Every time I'm in here, I see every single one of you learning, and that makes me happy and proud.
This is awesome. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back in just one moment.
Okay.
We moved here for my husband's job and just quickly really fell in love with the community and the people in it. Well, when we found out we were having our third child, we were a little surprised, but we were also very, very excited. And immediately we had a lot of people ask us if we were planning to go back to Atlanta to deliver or even to Macon to deliver. And really with all of our great experiences at Fairview, it never crossed our mind to give birth any place other than here. So Wesley joined our family in September, and we were very thankful for a quick and relatively easy birth, and just really, really impressed with the care that we received from the doctors to especially the nurses and labor and delivery and in recovery. You know, everyone just treated us with a lot of respect, very professionally, but also with a really personal touch. A couple of people that stood out to me from my experience here, Teresa was my labor and delivery nurse, and she was with me from the moment we checked in throughout the entire day, and even after the baby was born, the next day she was on shift again, and she dropped by just to say hi and see how we were doing. Candy, the lactation consultant, was really, really great and answered a lot of questions that I had, and just, you know, was really, I think, genuinely concerned about, you know, helping me, you know, adjust, and not just around lactation, but just about being a third-time mom and, you know, and having a newborn again.
Hey, how you doing? Eric Kate City.
I'm good. Brad Grimes.
I think I'm smelling some gas in my yard out here.
All right, and what area are you smelling at?
Over here in this area, the meter's on that side over there.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the meter, make sure there's not a leak there.
Okay.
And then we'll locate the line out and put down a couple holes just to check on the ground to make sure you don't have a leak. We'll check each corner of your house. If you could, just stay on the porch.
Okay.
If you think you have a gas leak, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Call us at 478-277-5048.
Middle Georgia Mechanical Heating and Air is changing the game in home comfort. When you purchase a new qualifying Carrier system, you'll receive a lifetime parts and labor warranty. That's 0 in repairs for the life of the unit. With so many other worries that we have to deal with in life, your heating and air equipment should not be one of them. Keep peace in mind that if your equipment fails, you will be covered. So enjoy your home comfort worry-free. Call today to schedule an appointment at 275-4530 or check us out online at middlegeorgiamechanical.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we've had to step outside of the classroom because we've got some special students here of Miss Foskey's. They're going to tell you who they are, and they're going to tell you what makes her so amazing. Hello, everyone. Hi. Are you all ready to talk to the people out there? Yes. All right. Okay, we're going to start right here. Tell us who you are, your family.
My name is Zoe Tibbetts. My mama's name is Casey Tibbetts, and my daddy's name is Brandon Tibbetts.
All right. Well, Miss Tibbetts, what is it that you love about Miss Foskey?
I like that her hair's red. I like her red hair.
Does her red hair make her a good teacher? It does.
And I like to learn a lot from her.
Very good. So you learn quite a bit from her, right? Okay, young man, your turn.
My name is William Oliver, and my mama's name is Lee Oliver. My daddy's name is Timmy Oliver.
All right, Liam. So what is it? So you're first graders, right? What do you love about Miss Foskey? Like, what is so great about Miss Foskey?
That she helps us learn new things.
And do you learn a lot of new things? Mm-hmm. Is it easy for you to learn?
Yeah.
It is easy for you to learn. Now, what do you love most about the things that you learn here? Mm-hmm. Does she make you laugh? She does. I bet Zoe makes you laugh, doesn't she? All right, young lady, talk to us.
My name is Brianna, and my mama's name is Shalana Calhoun, and my daddy's name is Tony Calhoun. And
what do you love about Miss Foskey?
That she teaches math.
Are you good at math? So if there's something that you have a hard time learning, what does Miss Foskey do to help you?
She
works with you, doesn't she? Right? Now, do you think that she should win this award? You think she deserves it? Very good. All right, girls, you ready? All right, come on, Zoe.
My name is Zoe Paget, and my parents' name is, my daddy's name is Craig Paget, and my mama's name is Kelly Paget.
What's your grandma's name? Kathy.
Kathy Walker.
Now, Kathy, Zoe, you quit messing me up here. Zoe, what is it that's so special about Miss Foskey?
That she lets us do a lot of crafts.
Oh, you're good. You good with crafts, aren't you?
And she's the best teacher ever.
Ever. Is it difficult to be your teacher?
No.
No. You're a good student? Mm-hmm. Do you talk a lot?
Yeah.
Does she talk a lot?
Yeah.
I
talk a lot.
You talk a lot too? All right. You too? All right. You ready? Share with us.
My name is Brenna Kite, and my mom's name is Christina Bush, and my daddy's name is Ben Kite.
All right, Miss Kite. So tell us, so you saw that Miss Foskey just got surprised with this award. Are you happy for her?
Yes, ma'am.
And why does she deserve it?
Because she's a great teacher.
Very good. Are you a good student?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you guys get to have homework? You have homework? Does she give you homework at night?
Yes.
Not all the time. But do you do your homework?
Yes.
Kind of.
Oh.
One time we had a sheet, and we were supposed to do it, And one time we had a worksheet and we were supposed to do it, and I didn't do it.
Did you just confess on television?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What did Miss Foskey do? What did she do?
Well, we didn't even have to do it.
Oh, okay. You just didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't have to do it. It was just extra homework. It was
Just extra.
practice.
Okay. So let's just say this. So Miss Foskey is a great teacher, right?
Yes.
And she deserves this award.
Yes.
All right. So y'all come together, look into that camera, and on the count of 3, we want you to say, "Congratulations, Miss Foskey. We are proud of you." You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, Miss Foskey. We're proud of you.
Very good. All right, we've got our E3 teacher with us here, Miss Marla Foskey. Hey again.
Hi.
You kind of wiped your face a little bit from those tears. Were you surprised?
Definitely surprised, yes.
And when you look back in your career, where we're talking about where you started, share with the people a little bit about you, where you started, and then to get to where you are today.
Okay, well, I have always wanted to be a teacher, and that was just plain and simple. Knew I wanted to do that ever since I started school. And then I just didn't know exactly what grade. But I started school here and at East Lawrence. It was elementary school then. We didn't have the primary. Graduated from East Lawrence High School and then began my teaching school at Georgia Southern University. Graduated from there and, applied for jobs. And I actually only applied for Lawrence County.
Yeah.
And I got a job here in 2008, teaching first grade. So I have been teaching first grade here at East Lawrence Primary in this same room for 12 years.
12 years, this same room.
Yes.
How does that feel for you? I mean, you're an alumna of East Lawrence, and then to be able, your mother was on the school board for how many years?
I believe about 17 years.
17 years, and so you're a family that have been advocates for education. And now you're teaching this class right here. They got to meet some of your students here.
Yeah.
What is it like for you to come to work every day?
Oh, it's awesome. I do love teaching. It just makes it even better that I can do it at East Lawrence because it's just great to be able to teach kids that, I know their parents or I went to school with their parents, and it just makes you want to help in such a bigger way, because you're helping the community in which you grew up.
You're right.
So.
And this age is such an impressionable age. What is the most fun that you've had on a day-to-day basis with these kids? Because just listening to some of the things they say.
Yes.
Hilarious.
I just love, my favorite part of the day is probably the read aloud time because I get to share a story with them, and then that makes them think of other things that, that they've experienced.
Right.
And so just to get them to share the stories that they know, and so that's always fun. You never know what they're going to say.
Never know. And for you, the E3 and understanding what that means, how do you be able to do what you do for so long, same classroom? What do you change? What have you changed to be better at what you do?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because I think that as an educator, you tend to grow
Yes.
and learn from the first year after the next.
And the reason I laugh is because it's funny, because actually today I did something different. I went to a training on Friday that, we had a rain day, but I still went to a training in Warner Robins and watched a fantastic lady talk about groups and reading and centers and all of that. And so I came in yesterday and, caught up from last week, and then today started reading centers totally different.
Totally different.
Right, based on what I had learned, last week. And so my kids were, surprised, of course, but they're good about, catching on and going with the flow.
Well, that's wonderful. And you're definitely setting an example for other teachers to follow. And so what words of encouragement do you want to give to your peers in the education field who sometimes get discouraged, and
Right.
it sometimes is a thankless job. That's what Dr. Hightower and I talked about, how it can sometimes be a thankless job for the work that you have to do. So what words of encouragement do you want to give to the educators out there?
I would say that, yes, this can be a stressful job at times, and just don't think about that part of it. To think about the kids, and what you're doing to grow those children and becoming people of the world. So
There you go, and you're definitely raising these people of the world. So thank you so much, Ms. Foskey.
Thank you.
This has been such a great day here, getting to surprise our new E3 award winner here for the month, Miss Marla Foskey. Thank you for all that you do and that you continue to do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Team Lawrence, and continue to watch us as we grow great students.
So I'm Will, and this is my wife, Babs, and I grew up in Dublin. And Babs and I met at the University of Georgia when we were in college. After dating a while, we got married, moved off to North Carolina for seminary, and then towards the end of seminary, we got a call from First Baptist, and there was opening for a youth ministry position.
We had found a house before we moved down to Dublin. The day we were supposed to move to Dublin, we found out that that house wasn't going to work out.
So we called up Susan and the team and just asked, where do we begin? Where do we start? What do we need to do to make this move forward?
They were very patient with us and trying to find, with our new salaries, a house, and working with us to get those numbers correct so that we could purchase the house that we're in now. So they helped us not only once but twice through the whole process. So.
We had questions and we didn't know really who to ask, and so we really just directed all of them to Morris Bank, and we would ask Susan, or we would speak with one of her teammates, and whether it was something that they were supposed to know or answer, they usually always helped or would find the answer for us. And so it really just made the process, very easy, and reassured us that they knew what they were doing, even though we had no idea what we were doing, and that it was just a very smooth process. Just walking through the door the first time, just imagining that our family was going to get started there. It was just a really exciting time to think about all the possibilities because of a home, and that we could share that with friends and family.